What did you make of them foaming at the mouth, trying to find a right-wing patsy or libertarian patsy? And the media even said, we've made an arrest on that Wednesday. It looks like it's going to be a right-winger. Then they said, no, we haven't made an arrest. They were really trying to blame the Tea Party for this bombing.
Well, they've done it so many times in the past because what the Tea Party represents and what you and I represent and what the awakened American represents is an intelligence to the scam. The big scam is being led by the groomed America hater commander-in-chief. I'm gonna hit you with something even more ugly and just heartbreaking and anti-American than anything else. And I bet you've covered this, Alex. We have an epidemic, an unprecedented increase in heroes of the U.S. military committing suicide, and I'm going to tell you why. And I'm sure the leftist blogs are going to attack me, misquote me, but I'll tell you why more and more warrior heroes of the military are killing themselves. Because they are in absolute frustration and heartbreak that their boss, their commander-in-chief, violates the Constitution that he has made an oath to, while their hero warrior blood brothers are being blown to smithereens and blown up while executing their oath to the same Constitution that the President, the Vice President, and the Attorney General violate. There is a heartbreak.
Incredible. Stay there, Ted Nugent. I want you to come back and recap that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, final segment with Ted Nugent. Again, I'm your host, Alex Jones. If you just joined us, Ted, I want you to recap what you said because the break cut you off, and that's powerful info. You travel the country. I don't think there's probably anybody out there that talks to more troops when they're off duty than you. I think that's fair to say. So I've been to one of your concerts. Probably a third of the people there are active duty. You're in Naples, Florida right now. Why are they committing suicide at sevenfold the previous record of Vietnam?
Well, you know, nobody can say conclusively, but you're right, Alex. If I'm a blessed man, it's not just because of my family and my incredible team, my band and my crew, and all the positive, unbelievable people that I get to hang out with. But the ultimate blessing is the nonstop time I spend with the greatest human beings in the world, which are clearly the U.S. military and their families who, you know, volunteer to give their lives for freedom. And we share a lot of campfires. You know, there's a real openness, a real uninhibitedness around an Uncle Ted campfire. And they talk, you know, personal details and intimate details. I was with them in Kandahar and Fallujah and Kosovo and Tikrit and Taji and unnamed mountain passes in Afghanistan where we escorted flag-draped coffins home. And the sensation I get, in my mind conclusively, is that these guys take that oath to the Constitution to heart, as seriously as anything mankind is capable of. And when they see the abuse of power and the corruption and the sheer criminality and the violation of their oath to the Constitution by their commander-in-chief, these guys just can't understand that they're giving their lives. They're watching their brothers get blown to smithereens, Alex, coming home in flag-draped coffins, and then they see the commander-in-chief, who is their boss, violating the oath that they're dying for. The frustration level is evil. It's palpable. It's like a disease, and their frustration. So my goal is to challenge everybody listening to us right now on the Alex Jones radio show. Get involved with a military charity. Reach out. Go to a VA home. Sit down and tell these guys that, yes, the leaders of our nation are corrupt, but we the people dearly appreciate and thank them. And we're going to
Exactly. America may have been captured at the federal level by globalists, but the real America is still here and alive. And, you know, turn their energy against fighting corruption once they get out of the military. Don't turn it against themselves. But I know it's got to be confusing. Obama is a hijacker of this country. We were talking during the break about how they're funding radical Muslims, funding al-Qaeda, and I believe letting them attack to then take our liberties. They now say the Tea Party is the main focus, not al-Qaeda. And you agreed with me. Uncle Ted, what do you think's happening with the funding of terrorists?
Well, again, when we look the other way, I mean, all we have to do is go back and really examine 9/11 when all the different federal agencies were warned about guys learning to fly planes but not land them, and the guys are in cells, and guys are being caught, and guys are stopped at customs and then waved through, and guys are on terrorist lists, and then they're monitored, but then they're lost in the shuffle. and the agencies weren't even allowed to communicate because of the wall, the Bill Clinton law that forbid various federal agents to even share information. I mean, Alex, you just got to be kidding me. And the point is, here in 2013, that kind of anti-Americanism, that kind of manipulation still goes on with the welfare scams and the grants that go to these organizations that try to tell us that Islam suicide bombers are a religion of peace. I mean, it just is all so offensive, intellectually bankrupt, and